How do I age well? It's something I often ponder on. My name's Rosaria Barretto, and I want to find out what it takes to live a healthy and happy life as we age. I'm a clinical exercise specialist, and for the past 5 years, I've worked with nearly 1,000 older adults, and as a result, have had the chance to talk to a diverse range of happy and healthy, and not so happy and healthy people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I want to know what it takes to be able to look back and confidently say, I lived an amazing life. Why not join me on this exploration on what it takes to live happily and healthily and learn how to age well? So in this episode of How to Age Well, I'm going to be exploring the common desire to prevent aging and the reality that while we can't stop aging altogether, we can take steps to prevent premature aging. From lifestyle habits that support longevity to understanding why we feel pressured to stay young, I'm going to dive into the social and psychological factors that drive our quest for eternal youth. I'm going to discuss the role of vanity, social expectations, and conditioned thought patterns in our relationship with aging. And more importantly, I'm going to challenge those perceptions and offer new perspective on how to embrace aging gracefully. So, as we navigate through life, it's natural to become more aware of the changes in our bodies and appearances. We start to see wrinkles, our energy levels might dip, and we can no longer pull off the same tricks we once could. In many ways, aging is inevitable. Time marches on, and our bodies evolve with it. However, the desire to stop or reverse aging has become a significant topic of discussion, particularly in an era dominated by images of eternal youth and the pursuit of physical perfection. But here is the reality. While we can't halt the process of aging, there are practical steps that we can take to prevent premature aging and age well, both physically and mentally. So let's explore how our lifestyle choices can impact how we age, and I'm going to challenge the deep-rooted cultural perceptions around aging and the elements that might not always serve us. Before diving into how to prevent premature aging, it's essential to understand what it means. Premature aging refers to the accelerated physical signs of aging, such as wrinkles, fine lines, and a loss of skin elasticity, occurring at an earlier age than expected. While some of these changes are natural, certain habits or environmental factors can speed up the process, such as poor diet, lack of exercise, chronic stress, smoking, and overexposure to the sun. Many of these elements are under our control, and by adjusting our lifestyle choices, we can slow down the aging process and maintain our vitality for longer. The good news is that despite the changes and challenges of aging, we have significant power to influence the way our bodies age. By making small, sustainable changes to our daily habits, we can yield remarkable results in promoting longevity and reducing premature signs of aging. So I'm going to take a closer look at the lifestyle habits that can support healthier aging. So fueling our body right, eating a balanced, nutritious, rich diet is one of the most impactful ways to combat premature aging. The skin, the body's largest organ, is greatly affected by what we consume. So opting for a diet rich in antioxidants such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help us fight oxidative stress, a process that can damage skin cells and contribute to the aging process. Omega-3 fatty acids found in foods like oily fish can also help skin stay hydrated and reduce inflammation, and also prevents the breakdown of collagen. So I've just briefly mentioned hydration, and the reason for this is because dehydration can lead to dry skin, which accelerates the formation of wrinkles and fine lines. So by drinking plenty of water throughout the day, we can maintain our skin elasticity and give it that plump, youthful appearance. Move to improve. So regular physical exercise is essential for both physical and mental health. It plays a crucial role in how we age. Activities such as walking, yoga, swimming, and strength training can all help improve circulation, boost energy levels, and strengthen our muscles and bones. And this can counteract the loss of muscle mass and bone density that naturally occurs as we age. I've done lots of podcast episodes on this, so if you're more interested in the science behind strength training, muscles, and fitness and exercise, then please go and check out some of those episodes. Exercise also helps to reduce stress and improve mood by releasing endorphins. And it can improve the quality of your sleep. Another big topic on my podcast, so go and check out my sleep episodes. Another essential factor in aging well. A good night's rest really allows us to enable our body to repair itself and rejuvenate, keeping our skin fresh and helping maintain our physical and mental well-being. Now, on the topic of stress, it's important that we tame our stress. Chronic stress has been shown to have a direct impact on the body's aging process. High levels of stress lead to the release of cortisol, a hormone, when produced in excess, accelerates the breakdown of collagen in the skin and causes inflammation over time. And this can lead to premature signs of aging. Incorporating mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or even journaling, now I know it's not for everybody, but it can help to reduce stress levels. Taking time to unwind and clear our minds can have such a profound benefit for our overall health. And reducing this inflammation can massively promote a sense of calm and balance. Skin is a really great topic when it comes to aging. We see lots of kind of media and marketing campaigns all around wrinkles, aging skin, anti-aging serums, and all that good stuff. So safeguarding our skin is important when it comes to aging. One of the leading causes of premature aging is overexposure to the sun. UV radiation damages the skin's collagen and elastin fibers, which lead to wrinkles, age spots, and sagging skin. The good news, though, is that we can protect ourselves from the harmful effects of the sun with just a few simple steps. Obviously, number one is wearing sunscreen with a high SPF, even on cloudy days. It's a non-negotiable practice. I wear about 15 to 25 SPF during the winter, and then during the summer I actually wear 50 SPF. Additionally, wearing hats, sunglasses, and protective clothing can shield our skin from the harmful UV rays. So try to avoid prolonged exposure during peak hours, usually between 10 and 4 p.m., 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. So seek shade when possible, although I do love sitting out in the sun and I'm not going to be doing that. So I do find that I protect my face a lot. So I always wear a hat, sunglasses, and sun cream my face. I also sun cream my body, but I like that to be tanned. So I do lie in the sun when I get the chance. Rethinking the process of aging and the cultural norms is a really huge element of this movement around anti-aging. So while taking action to prevent premature aging and ensuring that aging is empowering, it's equally important to rethink the cultural and societal pressures that drive our obsession with staying young. Western society, in particular, places such a heavy emphasis on youth and beauty, and that often equates to the two. This creates such a false narrative that growing older equates to becoming less valuable or less attractive. In many cultures, the quest for eternal youth is glorified, with industries dedicated to products and procedures that promise to turn back the clock. From anti-wrinkle creams to Botox, the beauty industry perpetuates the idea that aging is something to be feared or fought against. However, this emphasis on vanity often neglects the deeper, more meaningful aspects of aging. With age comes wisdom, experience, and the opportunity for personal growth. Instead of focusing solely on outward appearance, we should be shifting our attention towards what aging gracefully truly means. Embracing change, prioritizing health, and cherishing the experiences that shape us. Breaking free from the youth-only mindset, it can be very challenging, especially if you're part of that societal obsession with youth. But by recognizing the inherent value in every stage of life, we can really change our mindset around aging. Instead of feeling pressured to look 25 forever, we should celebrate the milestones and achievements that come with age. Embracing aging means honoring the body's journey, learning to appreciate its strengths and limitations, and recognizing the wisdom that comes with experience. Vanity is often rooted in insecurity and desire for external validation. So when we place so much emphasis on how we look, we do forget that true beauty radiates from within. Confidence, self-love, and acceptance are way more attractive than any superficial anti-aging treatment. Now, don't get me wrong, I like to look good and I like to feel good, and that does mean that is part of the outside and outward element of who I am. So there are things that we can do, and I think a happy balance is really, really key to having both an internal element of beauty and an external element of beauty. Cultivating a positive and loving relationship with our bodies, no matter our age, helps us navigate the aging process with grace and dignity. And as we age, we become more comfortable with who we are, and that inner peace can be our most powerful tool for looking and feeling our best. So while we can't stop the passage of time, we do have control over how we approach the process of aging. By making conscious lifestyle choices such as eating well, staying active, managing stress, and protecting our skin, we can significantly reduce the risk of premature aging and enjoy a vibrant, healthy life into our later years. So it is essential to challenge the cultural narratives that make us feel like we must fight aging. And instead, we should embrace our natural, beautiful processes that bring growth, wisdom, and self-awareness. The more we learn to love and care for ourselves at every age, the more fulfilling and meaningful our lives become. Ultimately, aging is not something to fear. And when we focus on that, we can control our health, mindset, and well-being. We can live a life full of purpose. So let's try and rethink it and make it a much more positive and empowering journey, one that celebrates who we are at every stage of life. There are some really great influencers, actors, and celebrities out there that promote positive aging and natural aging. So I'm just going to quickly talk about a few actors that are really great at promoting positive aging and pro-aging, shall we call it. So you've got Andie MacDowell. So she's an actress who stopped colouring her hair during COVID, and she hasn't looked back. And if you have a look at her pictures, she looks amazing, but she's got this great pile of salt and pepper hair, and it's actually become quite a signature look for her. And she's also shared what's inspired her to embrace her natural aging hair. And I haven't talked about this during this episode, but I do have another podcast episode that does touch on greys and how we perceive grey hair. But it can be a huge part of aging. And unfortunately, the beauty industry in the 80s, 70s, well, I think 60s actually, 60s, 70s and 80s, really started to push against grey hair. So that's been a very Western cultural element of why we find grey hair so ugly and dull. And it actually can be really interesting to learn more about that. So go and check out some of my episodes that talk about grey hair. We've also got Kelly Hu. So she also unapologetically flaunts her grey hair. She's partnered with Dove to Keep the Grey Hair campaign, which encourages women to embrace their beauty at every age. There's also actors like Halle Berry. So she's been a positive voice on aging, specifically as it affects women. I think there's a lot more pressure on women to look a certain way than there are for men. Now, not all men are the same, and I think there are a lot of men that are very conscious about the way they look. But I think from a cultural and industry perspective, women are targeted much more than men when it comes to things like wrinkles, silver hair, and aging. And then we've also got Kate Winslet. So she is a huge advocate for embracing natural aging. She just challenges the industry's emphasis on youth and perfection. And she's done a really interesting interview with Harper's Bazaar where she expressed her opinions about women, and that we become more beautiful as we age, highlighting the beauty of wrinkles and aging. So definitely go and check out these actors. I've all just mentioned women just because this is a very female orientated industry. There are men that promote kind of more like healthy aging. So Michael Beach, he's also a great actor and entrepreneur, I guess, who is really focused on kind of like the physical elements of aging. So definitely go and check him out. He's very active on Instagram about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I think just to summarize, with aging and specifically anti-aging, it's really important to acknowledge that if we feel so drawn to looking a certain way and appearing a certain way, and when it focuses around youth, it can really affect our mental health, and it can really affect our ability to do things in our daily life. Like maybe you can't leave the house without putting makeup on, or you can't leave the house without doing a certain thing to your body or your face. And it can become a very dangerous kind of spiral when it comes to those deeper elements of lack of self-confidence and self-esteem. So I'm a big believer in aging is very beautiful, and it's inevitable, but it's also something to be extremely grateful for. Not everybody gets to age, but at the same time, we can do things to manage our natural aging processes, like protect our skin, look after our hair, look after our teeth. I think teeth are a good one, which I haven't mentioned. Like I'm really, really hot on my teeth. I use a water flosser twice a day. I have an electric toothbrush. I wear my retainers that I've had since I was about 14. I have got new retainers since then, but like they're the same retainers that I had from when I had my braces when I was a teenager. I'm really self-aware of changes to my body, and when I am aware of them, I'm more concerned about the health implications of them. For example, my eyes, like when they don't look bright and energetic, obviously something's being signaled there. Maybe I'm too tired, maybe I'm deficient in something. Recently, I noticed that the sclera of my eyes, which is the white part, was turning yellow. And now I just thought that I had some sort of allergy, or there was something going on because I rub my eyes a lot, which also doesn't help with aging because you can stretch all the skin around there. But basically, it turns out that I have pregnancy-induced gallstones, which are affecting the colour of my eyes. So just things like that, and staying on top of those natural elements of the way that we look. And ultimately, if you are drinking a lot of water, if you're exercising regularly, managing your stress levels, those three things can really impact our health and well-being and our ability to age well. So thank you so much for listening. And I know that we sometimes feel pressured to stay young, but I think it's good to explore how to embrace aging with confidence and offer a fresh perspective on living well at any age. So feel free to look at my other podcast episodes that I've mentioned. I will try and include them in the description. I might not be able to find all of them, but have a little look at the description and they might be the best next place to go. My name's Rosaria Barreto, and thank you so much for listening to How to Age Well. If you've enjoyed the podcast, I'd really appreciate it if you could take a moment to leave a review. Your feedback means so much and helps others to find out about how to age well.